I am busy with a project. I built myself a hot water solar heat collector. Um, let's just take the temperature quickly of the water and see what the temperature of the water is when I started with this project. Um, it is 15.5, 15.5, 15.6 degrees Celsius. That is the water from the tap in the bucket. What I have here is an old radiator. This is a heater that was in the old school houses to heat up the houses from a boiler. I used that, bought myself a timber box, almost like a drawer. So at the bottom of the box, I have put a 40 millimeter polystyrene sheet, and then I put a 0.5 millimeter galvanized sheet, which I painted black. On top of that, I fit the radiator, paint that black, and cover the whole thing with two pieces of old glass that was in the shed. Seal it off with silicone. You've got an inlet, and on the bottom here you've got an outlet. On this end I installed a little circulation pump which just feeds this through this blue hose through an old refrigeration unit. It's just a radiator, or you can also call it a coil. Through the coil in a bucket of water. This was the temperature that I took in the beginning, and then it goes up here through this copper pipe back into this heat collector. The copper pipe inlet have got this T-piece which have a blue hose up here, and that runs to a funnel. The funnel is just a suggestion of a feeder tank that will be on top of the roof on the final product. You can see the water is bubbling there. That is just the heat that breathes. So from any heat you get expansion. You call it also expansion valve. This is just to protect it that pressure build up and can burst, and also a feeder that feeds water. At the end of the day it will be a food grade glycol that I will use, but just to feed it back into the system from any evaporation. All right, this is the whole unit. Let's stand back a bit, then you can see everything in here. There's the top where the funnel is, expansion valve, the radiator, circulation pump, and then the bucket of water, which suggested it will be at the end of the day a hot water cylinder with a stainless steel coil where the water will run through. I will have eventually 10 of these collectors, similar but just a bit neater, with nicely cut glass that will run through it. It will sit on top of my roof, collect all the heat and pump it through a coil in my hot water cylinder. Let's see after an hour where we are now, where we sit with the temperature. It is already late now, it's after 5, so we are not on the top of the heat. But all right, let's turn on this thermometer, put it in the water and see where we are now after an hour of collecting heat from the sun. There we go, 35. Wow, yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. It's still climbing, 35.1. Let's just come a bit closer here. Yeah, 35.1 after 1 hour of this experiment. It's still climbing, still climbing. That's cool. Right, so this will definitely work. If this is sitting on the roof the whole day, collecting through 10 panels, run it through a hot water cylinder. One coil will go to this collectors. The second coil will go to my fireplace, which have a wetback. And then there is, in the hot water cylinder that I want to buy, there's also two elements to 220 volt AC elements, which I will check out, and put 24 volt DC element in. That little episode will come later, that I use the excessive power from my solar panels, chuck it into the DC element, and then we go from there. That's all for now.